And we're back with some more oxygen not included. And the little dupes here are running around getting all their jobs done, and I think it would be a good time to stop and sort of take stock of the situation we're in right now. Hey Matthew, how you doing? I bet you are really, really hungry. What's your schedule like? Right. They are, I don't think they're going to have enough downtime. Let's just unpause this. They're going to hit up the bathroom first, then they're going to go for food. I don't think they can do both simultaneously. Or, yeah. We may have to make a few changes to their schedule, or maybe a little bit of a change to our playstyle. See, they get out, they wash their hands, but then it's immediately time for bed. So they're going to skip lunch. That is bad. That means they're going to have a starvation. We're going to have a starvation warning from them tomorrow because they don't have enough calories. But it's okay. It's okay. So, plan. First up. Originally, we were going to wander down all the way to the oil biome and start going our usual route. And the usual route is you come down here and it gives you access to a few things. One is oil, which you can turn into plastic. Plastic you can use to make steam turbines. Steam turbines can be used to delete heat so long as you have steel. To make steel, you need fossil, which you turn into lime. You smash up the fossil, you get lime out of it. Use that to make the steel. There's also plenty of iron down here. So with the steel and the plastic, you can make your steam turbines and your aquatuners and all of the cooling goodness, and you can get metal refinement sorted. And with that, you can come back up and you can usually put in a cooling solution for your oxygen supply over here so it doesn't cook your base. And done. But then I realized that's the fast approach. I've played this game so much I streamline it that way. That's normally not how you play it when you're doing a relaxed playthrough, because your first time through, you won't know to do that. You'll be completely lost. So I thought the first stop we should do is figure out exactly how much life we have left in this colony right now. When it comes to survival, there's only 3 things that can stop you. Oxygen, food, and heat. Now right now, we have this electrolyzer system up here, and it can support up to 15 duplicants. We're going to stop at 14 for a while, I think. So how long could we run this if we had 14 duplicants chugging down oxygen? Well, that means we just have to come down here and do a little bit of math. About 1 tile of polluted water could give us enough oxygen to keep 14 dupes oxygenated for a day. So with each tile of water being worth roughly a day, that means we got about 116 cycles worth of oxygen right there in that tank. Of course, we do have another tank. So we got a lot. We got like 2, 3, almost 400 cycles of oxygen left. Assuming we got no more water from anywhere and we didn't use the water for anything but oxygen, we've got about 400 cycles worth. It's a pretty good hit up. Down here we've got slime feeding our dust caps. Now, I just looked this up in the wiki, but it's about 10.7 kilos of slime will give you 1,000 calories in dust caps, as long as you keep feeding it to dust caps, etc. However, we have 27 tons of the stuff. According to my calculator, that tells me we have about 184 days worth of slime to feed enough dust caps to keep 14 duplicants caloried every single day. So that's a lot of calories. That's excluding all of the hatches we're ranching up here. So let's just take this as, say, 200 cycles. We've got about 200 cycles of food before this is going to become a problem. However, we do have another problem down here. These dust caps start to stifle at temperatures of 35°C. And the problem is it's actually about 36°C down here. So it's getting a little bit toasty and that heat is starting to leak in. I say one of the first things we're going to have to do is put insulated tiles around this to protect this farm from heat and stockpile all of our slime over here and maybe expand this farm out a bit. Then we should have about 200 cycles where we have time to do stuff. Now, instead of going down here and doing steel, it could be managed, but the problem is our duplicants are going to be running down. It'll take them forever to get there, and they don't have the skills necessary to use atmosuits efficiently. You see, when it comes to atmosuits, there's this final skill down here, exosuit training. Exosuit penalty reduction, it's called right here. Uzo actually already has it, so we can go demonstrate on them. Uzo, where are you? Uzo here is luckily already in an atmosuit, which makes things easier. If we just go under their skills, we can see athletics, 9. Exosuit training +6. They're getting +6 for their exosuit training, which actually cancels out the -6 they get from wearing an atmosuit. Wearing an atmosuit slows you down, but if you have training in it, you can get training to cancel out the negatives. This is huge. If you do not have this skill, you're getting a -6 to your athletics. Normally they would just have, if they didn't have this skill right now, they'd only have a 3 in athletics. That's sort of enormous, and it's why we're getting those problems with people like getting back to beds on time and missing their meals and things like that. So we could work around that and increase everyone's downtime, or we could send everyone to the gym. Now, I have been advised gyms have been nerfed a bit, so we'll have to work around that or see how it works. But I'm thinking we make a gym, and we sort our oxygen supplies cooling by actually running it through this ice biome. We run it through the ice biome. It's an old school technique. I haven't done it in a while, but we run the oxygen through the ice biome to cool it down and then run it down into our base, which should prevent any overheating issues. So, insulate this sucker up down here, chill down our oxygen supply, make ourselves a gym, hire up to 14 duplicants, printing pod, what do you got? Oh, we actually have an arcalyptic dupe already, which means we have to take them no matter what anyway, because them's is the rules. Alright then, we've got a doctor and a researcher. We already have a we can have 2 researchers. Please welcome Lecarius to the team. They are duplicant number 11. Okay, well, they'll find themselves a cot, and we can support up to 14 people in our mess hall. So this 15 oxygen thing over here works out quite nicely with our 14 mess table hall. That means you don't have to expand that along at all. I think, though, the first thing we're going to do is sort this out. I don't want any of that heat getting in there and stifling that area. It's far easier to keep heat out than it is to remove it once it's in there. And you can do that. Perfect. Now we can expand that out from the inside. Oh, see, I should probably insulate this from below as well. That might make an idea. Yeah, right about there. I mean, we don't have to do it, but if we want to make it nice and neat, and we are keeping this little mod here that makes the tiles a different colour, it would be nice to have it sort of uniform all the way across. Ran into a little bit of a problem. I was about to connect this area in when I realised it's got a bunch of hydrogen and, more importantly, chlorine in there. That chlorine won't go away. It'll hang around here because it's heavier than carbon dioxide. I'd like to get that out of there, if at all possible. So I'm thinking we shall go back in here and we'll add a slight little addition to force all that oxygen out, or all the chlorine, the hydrogen, all that stuff. I don't mind if there's oxygen. The oxygen can float out across the top and get out of here, but it's the chlorine and stuff like that that will cause us the biggest problem long term. And we can clear out a nice area here for the gases to escape otherwise. But yeah, the oxygen we can deal with. Chlorine, not so much. Perfect. That should force out all the unwanteds. Actually, maybe take that tile while we're at it. Why not let the hydrogen out of there too? We don't want that stuff messing the place up. Polluted oxygen, fine. Yeah, this should pressurize the whole place to 2 kilos, force all of that gunk out of there, and then we can seal it up. Though we'll probably want to disable that oxygen diffuser beforehand. Now, while that is going on, there's a couple of small little things you want to take care of. One is this place down here. We want to grab a power wire and hook up this autosweeper. Autosweeper here can feed the coal in automatically from that storage bin. Saves our duplicants long walking trips. And plus, since it's faster, we won't have to worry about these things flickering on and off. Oh, and we might as well make our grilling just a little bit more efficient. We can stick down one of these here. And that means the grill will automatically get fed from the refrigerator, and anything that pops out of the grill will automatically get fed back into the refrigerator. Done. And let's make sure our bathrooms are not messed up. Yep, excellent. And how's our water looking? Deliciously germy. I should probably radiate that or do something about it, but for now they'll slowly die off, so who cares? Okay, we'll come back to you in a minute once hopefully the gases have settled down. For now, we're going to start working on this mess up here. We want to break in here somehow, and we want to start organising our gas piping to go through this section. It's time we maybe got rid of some more of this slime. I say we punch up through here, break across the top, and then down through this section. Yeah, that should work. And we might even plug in the anti-entropy nullifier just for old time's sake. Though I do want to cause it... Yeah, we want to break up through here. Break up right through there. That water should fall down and all the slime as well. Yeah, this should be pretty quick. Ish. Yay, okay. All the polluted water is gone. That's an extra few tiles of oxygen, so that's another few days of breathing. I think... Yeah, give me 1 second here to come up with a bit of a plan for breaking into this. I'm thinking a pretty straightforward brute force approach, which I suppose is probably no surprise. What we want to do here is break in this section, bring up 2 gas pipes, pass the 2 gas pipes straight through on these 2 levels, and then bring them over here, take a left, and go straight down. And that will be it, bringing them into our base, bringing all their cooling with them. We might not plug in the anti-entropy nullifier straight away because that's minus 20-something in here. I don't think we need gas that cold just yet. Hey, what are you doing? No, don't stand in the hydrogen gas. Go stand in some oxygen like a normal duplicate. Oh my god. Oh, look, you know what? We need to, like, block that off to stop you guys doing stupid stuff. Okay, we can't stop you doing stupid stuff, but at least discouraging the... Don't go near the hydrogen. Stay away. There we go. Oh my god. Like, no. No. You just need to get over there. Get over there. Perfect. Now you can't do anything as stupid as that for the next few seconds. Oh, and we also want to break this out. There's 6 kilos of polluted oxygen in here. We should probably... I mean, I don't like letting it out, but we don't really have much of a choice. In fact, stick a quick deodorizer, a little bit of power. We'll turn all of this into clean oxygen in short order. Oh, God. Damn it, there's always just little bits of polluted oxygen everywhere. Oh, and it's time to start assigning out the skills. I think what we're going to do down here is... Oh, I had completely blanked this. There's a tiny patch of chlorine in there. I think it's time we started sealing this place off. Might want to put in a door. Actually, yeah. If we put in a door in a tiny scooch of automation, you can come all the way. I don't do the wire through here for some reason, so I think what we'll do is we'll put in that door there. Then what we'll do is we'll stick in a quick bit of automation on it. And then we can basically lock out the chlorine. And once the chlorine is gone, that's all I care about. I just don't want that in there because it just basically runs around down there, stifling everything a little bit at a time. It's not the end of the world, it's just a big annoyance in your world. Choose a blueprint. Let's see. We have bottomless stomach, Luddite, and pacifist. Ugh, pity. Joya seeds would be nice. Well, we do need 3 more duplicants, but I would prefer to have some of those Joya seeds. They're so temperature resistant, it's just nice to have them in case you decide to go that route. Oh, this is fine. This is fine so far. We're going to want to probably store that clean ice in one location and the dirty ice in another location. Reason being is the polluted ice will melt into polluted water, and we don't want that getting anywhere it shouldn't. So we'll chuck down a quick polluted ice bin down there and a quick snow and ice bin over here just to sort the two out. Otherwise, this stuff just starts turning into water every higgledy-piggledy and you don't know what's going to happen next. Oh, someone want to submit a bioscan there so that we can open that door? I think we'll force that polluted water out of there. Actually, how much is there? 67 kilos. Ugh. I don't want to have to pump it. That's just going to be painful. Oh, and before we finish this out, I'm letting the polluted oxygen maybe get a little bit filtered before we go back in there. There's 2 things we have to fix. One is down here, I've managed to wall this in. We managed to get rid of all the chlorine, and I use the snips to cut off the oxygen generator. Now we can actually break in here from the inside and start using this. In fact, yeah, let's do that now. I'm thinking we replace this whole place with farm tiles. There we go. Nice temperature maintained. Crops planted. Everything sorted. We just need to now fill up these storage bins with a bit of slime. We'll take off the sweep only commands on these. And what will happen is they'll go around and they'll grab all the slime from the map and bring it back to these locations. Oh, and we might want to automate it a bit as well. So we're going to put in auto sweepers here. We left some space so that we can put in all of those like that. This one auto sweeper can reach the storage bin. It will take the slime out of that and dump it into the surrounding tiles. And why is there no slime in that? You're on 5. You should all be on 5. Oh, damn it. Okay, I put you on 6. Okay, 5. Damn it. 5 and 5. Yeah. 5, 5, 5 all the way along the line. That'll fill all of those up. Probably should get some power down there. Finished. And then once that's done, actually, I think I'm even going to leave those wires on the outside. It's not worth sending our duplicants out. It's so slow outside, I'm just not bothered. I want to do as much construction inside and get everyone leveled up. See, the thing is, if we can get all these small little tasks taken care of, well, we have plenty of padding in terms of food and water. All our dupes will skill up, get faster, and we'll have the skill points to actually spend on atmosphere training. And with the atmosphere training, that'll mean coming down here and dealing with the oil biome won't be nearly as painful. So why not just take that? It's an easy playthrough, so we're not doing anything too hard. Oh, you're probably going to come down here to grab that ice as well. Yeah, that kind of works. Oh, meat. Anyone want to... Thank you. What died? You know what? Oh, probably a Draco. Yeah, they're one of the few things that could have got down there. And then they probably froze to death. Alright, finished. I'm going to let them do a little bit of running around and grab up all the slime that's in this section right here. But once they've got that all stowed away, we'll get right back to doing all of these gases over here. What you doing, Skinny? I think he's trapped in the doorway. Never mind, they're fine. Oh, I think the crushed ice was trying to fall on them. Doesn't make a difference. Alright, we're going to break through here, put ourselves down a little bit of... Ooh, actually, we want to get all of this polluted water out of here, so I'm thinking just a very simple and very dumb way of forcing it all out. Well, I'll grab some granite. Oof. Right there. Hey, all that effort to just squeeze out that last little bit of polluted water. What's the temperature looking like down here? It's going to be pretty chilly polluted water. Doesn't make a difference. It'll all get turned into 70C oxygen and hydrogen on the other side, so it's not really helping us or hurting us. Once most of that is gone, we'll sweep up the last of it, dump it down here. Then we can start running the gas piping through. We're just about ready to start breaking through this section. Oh, Gotta get rid of that polluted ice. There's just too much of this stuff that can turn into water at any time, and I'd prefer to rip it out rather than deal with it at a later date. This polluted water is turning out to be really annoying to get rid of. It either flips into ice, then bottles of water, and then we can't get rid of the bottles of water fast enough. I need a way to automatically dispose of the polluted water once it's bottled up. But the problem is we have, well, basically this stuff. It's polluted water with germs in it. This is the leftover gunk from our early sinks. Our early sinks had a bunch of polluted germy water. So I think what we do is we dispose of all the polluted germy water, and then we can dump polluted water in here as much as we like without worrying about contaminating it with germs. It's not a huge deal if we can contaminate it with germs. I just prefer not to be pumping food germs all over our base. So I'm thinking we feed all the polluted germy water we have into our water sieve, because that's what it's currently dealing with. Yeah, that up to there. A couple of quick blocks. Throw in a liquid pump. Power wire, a couple of plumbing things. We'll dump in all of the polluted water. Any loose polluted water that's on the map right now, we're going to dump it in here. Once the polluted water is dumped in there, we can just have... Ooh. We got piloting 7. No. Piloting 8. Anemic. No. Do we want another duplicate? We're on 11. We definitely need a couple more. Let's just keep re-rolling. This mod has turned out to be really useful, so let's just see what we get if we keep rolling until we hit narcoleptics. I rolled one too far. Oh, wait a minute. I have recording software. I can just go back and look at what it was, and we didn't want them, so it's fine. We can just do the other one. In fact, I can just fast spin this, and then when the narcoleptic hits, for example, we can just go in here, and we can redo them all and change all their attributes to whatever they were. So that way, I can basically spin these really fast, and even if I miss, the footage will catch it, and then I can just go back and remake them using the mod. That seems like a much faster way of finding these things. Yep, see, missed another one. At 12 medicine mole hands? No, I think we're good. We'll just take the... We'll take the water. It's fine. Yeah, that's going to make the spinning so much easier. Alright. Polluted water... Germy polluted water disposal. We're just going to set those to take all of the bottles of polluted water from around the map. That should get rid of all the germy stuff. Well, it'll get rid of everything, including all the germy stuff. And once it's all filtered through there, it either becomes toilet water or it goes down to feed our reed fiber. Either or is good for us. Then once all of that is disposed of, we can start using the... Well, all the rest of the polluted water can just automatically get dumped down in here. In fact, maybe put... Yeah, something where they don't have to go underwater might be nice. Now I'm going to do something incredibly stupid. We're going to set this to polluted water, and we're going to copy-paste it across. If you find any polluted water just lying around on the ground, put it in there. If someone pees themselves, I got to remember to turn that off, otherwise we're going to end up contaminating the central tank. All the rest of the polluted water has been disposed of. What's off-gassing over there? Oh, that was polluted dirt. Never mind. Okay then, with that out of the way with, we can quickly finish this off, hopefully. You, mop that up over there. We're going to dig this out. I don't want any of this ice on the lower down levels. Yeah, this has all got to go. All of it. Make it a stepped process. One of the things we're going to have to contend with is this ice biome slowly melting as we inject heat into it. Now, the anti-aging nullifier will probably help out, but, you know, just let's be a little bit cautious. So we're going to roof the whole thing in granite. This is a very conductive material, so it'll help pull the heat out of the ice anyway. And then if any of this ice does melt, it will have to flow down and into this section. You know what, let's make another little step right there. So all of it should flow down in here, and we'll put in a pitcher pump so we can remove it. Maybe later on we'll put in a... Oh, look, there's some water already pouring in. Great, just wonderful. Okay. Nothing bad has happened. In fact, we might seal this off afterwards. Actually, no. Let's worry about that later. For now, let's just get this finished. I think that looks improvised enough to be worthy of oxygen not included. We've got ourselves our anti-entropy nullifier in the middle. We've got a sort of a collection area for any of the stuff that melts. And then we're going to have to bring up these gas pipes. And we're going to want to bring them up in insulated gas pipes. At least until we get to the cold area. Then we're going to want to start changing them over to radiant gas pipes. And you are going to want to be going up there. Yeah, then we switch them to radiant, and then we bring them back in and we put them into normal tiles until about this section. Once, actually, maybe a little bit lower. And once they start to get into our base, we change them over to normal tiles and let the cool slowly bleed out of them. Because they might be a little bit cold coming out the other side. Alright, this is going to take a minute though. These insulated tiles are about 400 kgs, is it? Or how much is it per... Yeah, it's 400 kgs per tile of these. So it's going to take an awful lot of igneous rock to bring these up here. We are just about ready to hook this up. In fact, I think we are. Ventilation-wise, I want you to put in a gas bridge right there. This is the 2 gas pumps. Those 2 gas pumps are going to go... Oh, wait, no, wrong one. They're going to go up this one. Apologies. They're going to go up here, straight across, through these radiant gas pipes made of wolframite. It's the best material we've got for thermal conductivity that we can make these pipes out of for now. For now. And it should be good enough for all of our needs. And then we basically grab this thing and plug it in like that down there. In the meantime, let's just cut this off right here. And that should at least get us started. Then you, let's see, we want to cut you right about there. And we want to hook you up to that section. Perfect. And then done, done, done. Huh. This one's not moving nearly as fast. Oh, that one's hooked up to our Atmos suit dock. Perfect. And now they go through here. This oxygen is coming in here at about 50 C, and then by the time it passes through here, it's coming out at minus 22. Let's put in a few temperature shift plates as well to help along with that. Utilities, temperature shift plates. I think granite should be sufficient. We don't need anything too crazy. Yeah, give me a granite temperature shift plate there. It's plenty cold for now, but we might as well make sure we're a little bit of future-proofing going on. Plus, it's symmetrical. It's fine. Okay. Oh, and that brings us back to stone hatchlings. Oh, printing pod. Let's have a quick look-see. Narcoleptic. Oh, what the... Fine, looks like we're hiring a suit-wearing doctor. Why? Why so many doctors? We don't... Thanks, Randy. Please welcome Alexander, our buff suit-wearing doctor, to the team. Great. I should really change a few people's schedules. I'm pretty sure I've been dumping everyone into the newest one. Yeah, okay. You two need to go on your own schedule. Perfect. Alright, we just need 2 more duplicants and we'll have hit the arbitrary number we've picked as our preferred number. Alright, food sorted. Temperature is now, well, sorted. That should start dragging chill down in here. It'll take a while, but it should start cooling this area off and making sure that our crops don't stifle anytime in the near future. So oxygen, food, and temperature all sorted. Gym. Yes, I'm thinking a gym is in order. Maybe we could squish up this polluted water tank. I think it's taking up far too much space. Actually, you know what? No, it's fine. We can move the water tank later. For now, we can just wall it in across here with granite tiles to make it easier to use. Oh, damn it, I forgot. Lullaby eggs. Yes, it's been pointed out to me I'm doing this all wrong. Where is it? Is any of these lullabied? Damn it, neither of them is lullabied. That's a bit of a problem. Alright, here's what happens. Here's why I was messing this up and not supposed to use a cycle sensor. If someone hugs an egg, they lullaby it for exactly 1 cycle, which is 600 seconds. Once that lullaby wears off, you can apply another one. However, that means we need to set this timer to 600 seconds. You see, if you use just a normal cycle timer to do it, and you say, okay, for 560 seconds, don't turn on, and then for 40 seconds, do turn on. Well, great. And then they arrive 10 seconds afterwards, because it takes them 10 seconds to get there. But then that means when the lullaby wears off, it's 10 seconds later next time, and then 10 seconds later again, and 10 seconds later again, and it keeps drifting out of range. The time it takes them to get to the stone hatch eggs, or to the eggs in general, just slows them down, which means they're slowly going to drift out of sync with everything. So you want to give them time to get to the eggs, but also make sure that it gives them 600 seconds afterwards for a full reset of the clock. So, done. That should allow them to hug both of those eggs and do it consistently. Yeah, I completely blanked it. I was wondering why. I wasn't exactly sure why I'd done the eggs wrong. I just knew I was supposed to be using timer sensors. I just couldn't remember why. Should have went back and watched my own videos. I'm an idiot. Welcome to the gym. This is just one of those dumb things where you use it to raise their skills in athletics and usually engineering. However, I have been advised that the athletics has been nerfed a bit, though I don't know how true that is. We'll find out. So what we want to do is pick the duplicants that need to get skilled up and make sure that they can get in here. We'll just use door permissions to allow it. Now, this is going to take me a few minutes. I got to figure out who's got skills and who doesn't. For example, I think Grumpy Bear, yeah, they've finally got exosuit training. They don't need that anymore. Ooh, that's going to cost 3 points. It's going to put them over the edge. We might want to start putting food restrictions on people to make sure that the people who need them get the barbecue. Yeah, how's our barbecue looking right about now? We don't have any barbecue. Nothing's been evolving anytime recently. There's definitely... Yeah, there's a lot of eggs in there. Hey, I'm gonna make some food restrictions for a few people. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Jack has just about to hug this egg. Okay, and the moment they've hugged it, all right, perfect. They have incubation. Wait, lullabied it. Right, time remaining 1 cycle. Doesn't matter how skilled they are, it's always only 1 cycle. So you'll see that they're just at this point of it. So they're 46 seconds into the day, which means it took them 46 seconds to get here and hug that egg. If we had actually had that much shorter than 60 seconds, we'd be in trouble. But now what'll happen is it will be back at around this point before the egg becomes available to hug again. Whereas if it was in this thing, we'd already be boned. This is why we've done it this way. It's, yeah, I can't believe I'd forgotten that already. Oh, and let's go grab me a gas pipe here. Yeah, we're going to extend that on so we have 8 Atmosuit docks. We're going to have more people using them in a minute, and that means we're probably going to need to put some gas overflow on here. We're going to run the gas pipes around here and in like that. Boom. Then we'll have to like do a little bit of splicing to remove that one in the middle. And that should mean the overflow from this should help out. This is going to require 800 grams of oxygen, and that gas pipe is only providing 500 right now. There. Perfect. Now the overflow can help out. And done. That gets the oxygen moving, which is good because that stuff's dragging chill into our base. And if we check the oxygen pipes here, ooh, that stuff, it's losing temp pretty fast. This one seems to be doing a bit better because it's moving faster. By the time it gets into our base, it's still in, it's not even into up to 10C. Perfect. That will start filling those up, and I'm probably going to want to make a few more Atmosuits. We can't make them out of gold, unfortunately, which is a pity because that's what we're hammering up, or that's what our smooth hatches are eating. Let's just smash up some copper then. 20 pieces of copper should give us more than a few suits. So, gym time. First up, we've got Lecarius. Now, if we check under skills, they have nothing, but they do have 2 points in advanced research. That's going to be important in a bit. However, now, what we're going to get them to do is we have set their priorities, so they really, really, really like doing mechatronic stuff. So, they've got operating maxed out, as well as that everything in here is set to priority 9. And then they hop on this wheel, which charges this light. And that's it. They're basically just running in place. However, this will increase their skills. Namely, machinery and athletics will both start going up now. However, since they've got a bit of science skill, this actually increases their skill leveling. They're going to basically learn their skills 80% faster, which means their athletics and their machinery should go up rather quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to scrub everyone who we're planning on training up, stick them into these skill scrubbers, wipe their brains, then skill them up in a bit of sciencey stuff, dump them into the gyms for like about 20 cycles or so, and then by the time they come out of the gyms, they should have 7 points in their skills, which allows them to be, well, configured however we want, and then they can be allowed out of the base. For now, I think we're just going to remove access for everyone. I think, yeah, we're just going to remove all special access. Everyone can come back inside, but that's it until we actually sort out this skill system. We got power. Yeah, perfect. We're going to chuck Alexander and Gamer43 in here. Once they're wiped, we're going to allow them into the gym. Okay, they look to be almost done. Let's watch them faceplant. There we go. Perfect. They are now as clean as the driven snow. You'll notice absolutely no skill points or anything. Immediately into advanced research. And then what we can do is chuck them in here. We're going to allow them into this section now. Boom. Allowed in. Copy that across both doors. Actually, no, we don't. We just need to have them on the bottom door. Enable that. Then change their priorities. They're now really going to love operating. And okay, it'll take them a minute while they resort their schedule and all that stuff. But they'll probably want to grab their skills, maybe grab a nap and some food, and then come back in here, and they should start running on the wheel. And training has started. And because we put them into the science skills, they're going to get a plus 20% bonus to their learning of running and mechatronics. In fact, there's Lecarius. They just got a skill gain. Where do they gain the skill points in? Attribute increase. Machinery level modifier +1. They've already gained +1 in their machinery skill. That is excellent. They haven't even been on it that long. Okay, who came out? Gamer43, you are now as clean as the driven snow as well. And then I do this with them. In fact, they're going to get 3 whole points put onto them. We'll leave them blank for the moment, but that gives them a 60% bonus to their skill gain, and then we chuck them into the gym as well. Well, we're definitely seeing people getting their skills up. Oh, and I think we've got 2 more, Jacques. Yeah, Jack has just popped out of there. I think we kind of need to level Jack back up again real quick. They need to get into critter ranching immediately. And the reason we scrubbed them out is they had some wasted skill points. Take a little bit of improved carry and then down towards suit sustainability. They've got enough points to go into that, but I'm not sure we want to stick them in that extra point just yet. They don't need to go outside. They're going to be staying inside and doing a lot of ranching. It's just we can't really afford the morale hit. Only a few people are going to be allowed barbecue. Anyway, get back to ranching there if you wouldn't mind. Everyone is slowly but surely learning new skills and getting more attributes up and running. This is going to be a while though. Only about 10-15 cycles before they're all ready to go out into the real world. And by the real world I mean the oil biome down here, which is looking rather delicious. Ooh, there's so much oil down there. Look at that giant pocket of oil. Oh yes, that is perfect. But we are, of course, running out of time, and I don't think I can afford to do another project considering the time we have left. However, there is a couple of things we can knock out. Let's see what the blueprints are like for today. Print us out what you have, Magic Doorway. Sunny Retro Wall Pot. Okay. That's it? Okay, that's it. Fair enough. Ooh, snazzier blue suit. Yeah, snazzier blue suit it's gotta be. We'll keep that around as a prize for someone who wins it. Well, they are all training up over here. One quick thing I thought we'd stop in on is Trevor here, our radiated cook. The wonderful thing is they give off a glow, so they actually have better visibility at their workstation. We don't even have to give them a light. They are literally their own light source, which means everywhere they work, it's a well-lit area. That's kind of a little bit awesome. We've introduced the spice grinder, though honestly I don't see any uses for this just yet. It you can basically make freshener spice, slows the decomposition of perishable food. We don't really care. Rocketeer spice boosts a piloting ability. Brawny spice strengthens even the weakest muscles. That might work, but we need waterweed seeds for that. And machinist spice improves operating skill when ingested. We don't need any of those at any point. So no. Yeah, I think we're fine. In fact, can we turn these off? I thought we'd have a quick check-in on the Lecarius here. On cycle 103, we sent them to the gym. At the time, they had one skill point they could use, and now they're up to, well, look, they got an extra skill point. At the same time, their machinery was 0. It's now up to 4, though that's not really that important. And their athletics was at a 2, and it's now up to 4. So we've managed to double their athletics in only 4 cycles? Wait, 5 cycles, sorry. So in 5 cycles, we've managed to give them 2 athletic points and 1 skill point. Another few cycles and they should get another skill point along. And realistically, what we're really trying to do here is get everyone up to about 7 skill points. 7 skill points allows them to do something like, say, max out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could max out exosuit training, and then they have 3 points left over to, say, do digging or demolition, or they could probably go to mechatronics, so that'll actually require 8 points. So mechatronics engineers require 8 points. Builders, diggers require about 7. Everyone else usually requires some sort of mix in the middle. And that's the main benefit of this is while they're on these wheels, they're gaining experience faster than if they're doing nothing or running between jobs. So running between jobs is the killer. And while they're on the wheel, they're constantly gaining experience. And we can also let one of our people out right now. Now you see, Grumpy Bear over here used to have morale problems. Well, there were about 15 morale. But now they're exclusive. There's only 3 people who are allowed barbecue, which means they're always getting a +8 mood boost because there's always barbecue in stock. Right now we're up to 13,000 calories and that keeps rising, so we could probably assign a few more people out. Which means we can grab them and we can give them exosuit training, which means they no longer get a penalty from wearing exosuits, which means they're now allowed outside the base because that will not affect them in the slightest. Grumpy Bear, and they're our professional diggers, so they can go out and start doing some serious damage out here. I also want them to finish off this section, so I'm thinking it's time they went down to the oil biome. Oh, and that should be there. We're also sending Uzo out. Uzo has also been put on the barbecue, and they've maxed out their building, and they've maxed out their exosuit training, and carry capacity as well, making them a very, very useful member of the team. And plus, they're also on the barbecue, so they're not actually going insane. And the 2 of them are, Spore kids. Yeah, I don't like those things. Doesn't matter, we'll dig it up from below and we can destroy it from the inside, or we'll basically crush up that entire tile and get rid of those. Dealing with those things is a nightmare otherwise. Well, not a nightmare, it's just you'd prefer not to. Oh, and people were suggesting we should put a kink in our ladder system so that the duplicants don't keep dropping everything down it when they have narcoleptic naps. Nah, more fun if they have narcoleptic naps. It'll definitely cause some problems as we get up taller and taller, but I'm willing to live with those. Alright, let's get down a little bit deeper and see where the magma is. Well, doesn't that look like a tasty oil biome? There is so much oil. I'd forgotten what it was like having the old traditional oil biome just actually full of oil. That's going to be very nice. That means plastic and steel are sorted for next episode. I'm thinking probably just a regular industrial brick we can throw in together right here. It'll be pretty handy. And we can maybe, actually put an industrial brick here. And then we can convert it later on into an industrial sauna by tapping it into this. There's a huge bunch of latent heat right there. That might be a nice trick. Oh, and for power, I was thinking we could tap into geothermal to start, and then later on we can go in for, well, we've got a volcano, we've got another volcano, and another volcano. Overclock the bejesus out of them and see just how much power we can squeeze out of them. Might be an idea. It is totally bizarre playing this game in a way that's not like super optimized towards trying to get towards the finish line. Just this casual, oh yeah, we'll run some pipes to an ice biome. That felt very, very old school. Not unwanted though. It was kind of like, oh yeah, that's I remember now. That's how you play the game when you're just trying to be casual about things. Ooh, let's see if we got an narcoleptic. Nope. You know what? We'll worry about it next episode. I'm going to run about 10-15 cycles in the background just to maybe skill up the last of these dupes. And I hope you enjoyed and good luck.